Hovey's home.
Hovey's home.
All right, we're good to go.
Yeah. We're good to go on and go. Go is a go. Welcome and wake the welcome to thy just bake channel. Ooh, I'm the nigga with granola in his teeth. Young HG. Ooh, took it back to the 90 intro on them niggas. Good. You know what I mean? That was the head jerk shit. You know what I mean? Well, yes, it's watermelon versus pumpkin.
Truth, and I'm his co-host Lil Mattress at LILMATTRESS. The shit is spelled correctly. LilMattress.com, LilMattress.net, all of that. Lil Mattress on all social medias. That Facebook, that Twitter, that Instagram. You know, look me up on Nope, not Sound. Well, yeah, we on SoundCloud too, but look me up on Spotify if you want to check out that music. Got that new album, Pumpernickel, out now. That's that dark bread.
Get that. My life is dark bread, nigga.
Homie.
That shit is delicious.
We appreciate you for joining us. If you're in this building, if you're watching us on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe.
Do that.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. That is them again. And anywhere else that you can find us if you like the audio. If you're watching on YouTube and you don't know, check out this audio. We are available pretty much anywhere that you can find a podcast. Spotify, Stitcher, Apples, iTunes, Overcast, wherever else, man. We out there. Also, there's a bunch of aggregators that will that you can search on. Places like Overcast, places like there's a couple other of them like that I've seen where people are listening to the show from places that we haven't put the podcast, but it's cool that people, you know, there's certain search engines out there. So wherever you listen to your podcast at, you can find our podcast. And we know that you make a podcast. Yeah. So shout out to your podcast.
Shout out to your podcast.
And
Podcast loves.
Podcast love.
Podcast loves. Yeah, all podcasts matter.
And let us know about your podcast and let us know how you doing at 203-594-6977. That is the hotline you can call or text. You don't have to leave your name. You can go anonymous on them and just let us know the problem. Let us know how your penis is working.
Right, you might come out the closet on a nigga. We ain't gonna tell nobody, but we gonna talk about it. Like, niggas shouldn't be scared to come out of the closet anymore. It's 2018.
For real. We'll
come
try
out, nigga. You gay. Who gives a fuck?
Much like someone that's taking too much acid and you're sitting next to them, we will try to guide you through the journey, homie. We'll try to guide you through it.
Keep breathing.
Just breathe. Just breathe.
Drink this water, cuz. Drink this water. You won't be all right. Breathe, nigga, through the nose.
That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, once again, 203-594-6977. That's a call or text. Of course, it's free. It's always going to be free, man. If you want some promo, if you want to talk some shit, if you just want a shout out, if you're like, yo, my name's Bruce. I live in West Haven, man. Give me a shout out. We can do that for you. We're like, Bruce, shout out. And that's going to be the interaction.
Your name is T-Ping from Hong Kong. Nigga, we got you, Hong Kong. Drop that line.
Rare fact, it's been, I believe, 9 years to the day since T-Pain rhymed mansion with Wisconsin. So put that on your calendar.
Got a mansion
that was a good one, man.
Yeah, because
somewhere out in Wisconsin.
Everybody was in that studio like, it works.
I mean, he's making a lot of money right now, so
who the
fuck
fuck's
it.
gonna tell him otherwise? You got that, T-Pain, Wisconsin.
But it's funny too when some people would think perhaps that an artist fell off, and you're like, no, I don't think people understand the amount of money that T-Pain made. I don't know. I don't even know if he's still making music, if he's trying anything new.
I don't know. There's nothing new coming out from him because niggas did jack his shit. But
yeah, but the amount of money that he made in the meantime, he's good forever.
Right.
That was like not this NBA playoffs, but the ones last year. I remember Chameleonaire was in the crowd, and everyone was like, the fuck is Chameleonaire doing there?
Where has he been since he been rolling?
He went. Well, I mean, they've been hating. You know, he said it himself.
It's in the pudding.
They see me rolling. They hating. That was it.
Yep.
But no, he went into the tech area, man. He went over in Silicon Valley, and he's working on apps and shit like that.
Nice.
He put his money into a serious spot to be able to afford those $20,000 tickets like it's nothing.
And that's the key. If you're gonna get it quick, you're gonna be a flash in the pan. At least put your shit into something. Invest. Right. You know what I mean? I don't know if some of them South niggas are. You know, I don't mean to pinpoint y'all niggas. I love y'all because y'all are my people. Watermelon, y'all are my people. But some of the niggas in the South, man, I don't know if y'all doing your investments right. Like those Hurricane Chris. Hey, baby. You know, I don't know what happened to him. You know,
I don't know how much money Mike Jones has left. Right? You know what I mean?
What about guys? Who's the other guy Diddy used to rock with all the time? Oh man, Diddy had a South Cat on his label, right? At one point.
Young Jock.
Young Jock. Thank you. There it is. What the fuck is Young Jock doing these days with that little money he got?
Young Jock is in some weird shit. Young Jock's out there wearing dresses and
Get out of here.
with the bouffant haircut,
Whoa.
man.
Hello, Buffon.
Google Young Jock, man. It's embarrassing right now.
Wow. Did that nigga turn to the dark side?
But hey, man,
the light side?
If you want to believe 50 Cent, that's what that's what Diddy's about. So
50's hilarious.
Yep.
He stays he just makes a career right now just trolling everybody.
Just the ultimate troll, man. Ultimate troll. Hashtag get the strap.
Get the strap. Get the strap for these niggas, man. It's a walking script every day, this nigga.
For real. But yeah, man, this is episode 23. We had that Jordan number. We had that number of greatness now.
Great. Or LeBron's number 2. Sorry, Bron.
Well, that's the big hubbub that's happening right now. Is, in my personal opinion, I'm not a Jordan guy, never been a Jordan guy.
Yep.
But you know what? All I gotta say is, yeah, man, you're down 20. There's 4 minutes left in game 4 where you're about to get swept. And you go sit on the bench. No, you are not Michael Jordan, bro. No, you are not Michael
Mike's
Jordan.
in it to the last drop.
Exactly. Michael Jordan, he would take it to the last drop.
It wasn't. And that's
then
LeBron.
Drink that Gatorade.
And that's
replenish.
And then look to the camera to get that photo op, nigga, because it's going to be on the cover of something with the trickles of sweat coming down his forehead. You know what I mean? But that was that whole shit with LeBron. It's like, almost like I guess that was his way of saying, nigga, I just gave 190% this whole damn playoff, and now I gave up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like he's met defeat, and he didn't want to. The 20-point run, you could, if you rally niggas, you could probably run from that. 4 minutes to go.
And you know that
crazier things have happened. That's all I know.
And you know that the Warriors at that point are just cruising.
Right.
So
catch some lacks.
Yeah.
Was it lacking? Huh? Pull that blicky out, cuz. You know what I mean? They lacking. As you start getting the defense, tighten them up. LeBron, you like a coach/player. He's one of them player coaches.
Yep.
The motherfucker be taking the clipboard out the coach's hand and shit, mushing him and shit like, hold on, player. I got a better play. What we going to do here?
Exactly. Erase that bullshit. Let's go.
He does it. I swear, if you go look at footage of him in the huddle, like, because he has coaches that I think he requests coaches that are kind of young, like Tyronn Lue, who's their coach now. The nigga was just playing like last year. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of hard for us, like, because Jason Kidd did that.
Yep.
You know, a couple coaches.
Yo, but real quick, shout out to Jason Kidd's Oreo crumble mustache that he's had forever. Like, why can't it get any thicker? Like, what's up?
Well, the nigga's last name is Kidd, so I think he's fucking destined to be.
That's like when Jay-Z tries to grow any facial hair, and you're like, yo, stop it. It's been 3 months, bro.
I mean,
you got a pube hanging off your chin.
Right, the hair on his head, you can make some work, but the facial, it's like, it's not happening.
No.
You just gotta take defeat. Like, I'm working on it, but I know genetically it's gonna take me a good year to get something full. Like, shit,
this is
niggas
dedication.
Right, shit niggas could get in a month.
Yep.
You know, what you can probably get in 2 weeks, nigga. I need a year and a half. But that's genetically, and that's just the way you hit your shit grows.
That's just the way it is.
You know, but yeah, Bron.
I don't think we can even have the conversation anymore. I mean, I know that there's people from this generation who never saw Jordan. So, like, I think we were lucky enough to grow up in that era where maybe we didn't see, like, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar play and Bill Russell and people like that.
Right, we're seeing the same thing they're seeing is footage.
Yeah.
You ain't see the shit live, but you see footage of, good old TV keep you up to par with what happened before you.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's like, that's the thing, though. You can't compare, like, LeBron's his own animal. You know what I'm saying? It's stop. You can't compare him to Kobe. You can't compare him to Mike. You know, it's the man he's got his own dynasty legacy it's like his own personal dynasty. You know what I mean? Like, wherever he goes, he makes the team better. There's no putting around that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like wherever he fucking goes, they gonna shine. You know?
True.
It's like the guy was in 8 fucking straight championships.
Something
with
around
two different teams. Obviously, there's something around him. You know what I mean? There's some shit he carries. He carries a big stick. Like, he ain't even fucking around.
Yeah.
But he just at the end of the day can't get it through.
Finish.
Can't get it right.
Yeah,
you know?
by no means would I ever say that he's a bad player by any means, but I think it comes down to finishing the game. Like, how many times can you get to the big dance? Yeah, that's a thing.
Right.
But if you're not winning it, then what's that really mean?
Because you're just Karl Malone.
Even I think, true, you step in the booth. Because even I think LeBron the same would see the season as a failure. Because I think he's that type of.
That's the way he operates. Like,
it's weird too because he has that certain wanna win grit and determination inside of him, but then he also has the quitter in him as well.
It's that strong Leo millennial. You know what I mean?
Leo millennial.
You know, it's like I'm strong, but then the millennial shit come out like
when stuff's not going his way,
shit,
then it goes. I'm sitting on the. That's it. That's the voice of the millennial is. Just.
I want to go. Do it. I want to do it. Just do
Dude,
shit,
when I was watching, man, I saw that shit. I was like, no.
Come on, bro.
Because.
I'm pretty sure the commentators.
All I hear is the Jordan thing.
Yeah.
Is he better than Jordan? Blah blah blah. And like, listen, yeah, you might score more points, but I'm talking about from a player perspective, and that hunger is. And like I even said, man, I'm not a Jordan guy. I was not. I never had a Michael Jordan poster.
Right.
Never any. I never even had any of his shoes. None of that stuff.
I was a Knicks fan, so fuck that.
But man, yeah, that conversation needs to be deaded because, dude, and it's happened before where it's coming down to the wire. Dude, the game's not over. Like, Reggie Miller showed that plenty of times that the game is not fucking over.
They were down by like 5 with like less than 30 seconds.
And he went and popped like 3 threes on him.
Yeah,
Just
pop, boom, let me get to that. Okay, now grab this nigga. Like, he pushed my nigga, but that's okay. Listen, watching that game as a Knicks fan, it's like, you motherfucker. Nobody's going to blow the whistle? Blow the whistle! I mean, it can't be. Throw your flag. Where's the flag? But yeah, I mean, you can't compare him, man. And like I said, LeBron, I get wavy on how I view him as a fan of the game.
Free Max B.
You know what I mean? Free Max B. How I view him as like, man, I was like, oh, he a sucker ass. And then I see some shit like, oh, that was dope, LeBron. You know what I mean? You'll see some shit he do that's like strong in the community or something, or you know what I mean? How or an interview or a press conference he has, like, all right, I think he spoke that well. You know what I mean?
Man, and he's super smart. Did you see the one press conference where they asked him? They were like, "So LeBron, what happened when boom they went on a 12-point run?" Yeah. And he, in his mind, did it,
broke it all down.
That shit was amazing.
And it was like, this is not marinating like watching footage. This is right after the game.
Exactly.
Like, he broke down, like, he has a very photographic fucking memory of hey, this happened, that happened, this happened. So that's how you know he has, and it's real when he says that. You know, when he's like, it was like shitting on his team, but not. He said when you get guys with like mindsets that not only have the talent, because we're in the NBA, we all have the talent. There's no doubt about that. You made it to the NBA, you got the talent, but not everybody has a different kind of mindset, smarts for the game. You know what I mean? Like J.R. Smith, whatever. You know what I mean? When the nigga did that shit was like, the game was tied. Their guy shooting a fucking free throw. Excuse me. The
it's
Cavs
okay.
player,
We get emotional about it. It's okay.
burp style. The Cavs player was shooting a free throw. Now the game is tied. He shoots the free throw. He hits that one. They're up one.
Yep.
He's not paying attention to what's going on. Clinks off, but he grabs the rebound. He's fucking 5 feet from the basket. He dribbles out.
Yeah.
And he's dribbling to half court. LeBron's yelling at him, what the fuck? And then he heaves up some bullshit. And it's like, they're looking at him like, and then his explanation was, "Oh, I thought we was up.
Yep.
Nigga, pay attention. That's the shit that's the shit LeBron talking about. Like,
that's the focus that people have to have to
know what the fuck is going on.
And I'm not saying he is, because listen, I'm a marijuana user myself, but like, I don't know if they're testing JR, bro. I don't know because I will say too, there's some people that have those eyes. There are people that have those eyes, but man, JR is fucking
like, you smoke right before the game,
right? Like, did you take a bong rip at halftime?
Like,
what the fuck is going on?
Your motor skills are a little fucked up right now, man. And your brain's not clicking. But he used to do that shit when he was in New York, man. Just like making dumb decisions, like, yo, what the fuck, JR? He'll have a hot night and put up 40 points. The next night he's like 2 points in a rebound.
Well, because I'll say that's one of the last video games that I played is the 2K whatever when he was still on New York. It was him, Shumpert, And I think
That's a couple years
Carmelo
back. Yep.
was that. So it was a couple years back,
3,
but
4,
because I remember playing with, the Knicks, and all those dudes were dope, and not anymore, man.
The whole thing with him is,
Young Shumpy.
Young Shump. He had an album out too, by the way. I don't know if you ever heard his music.
So Shumpert actually definitely smokes weed. Then yeah, we're gonna
no, not
judge
Jared
that
Smith,
by-
not Jared. No, Shumpert. I'm sorry, we
Oh,
were mentioning
Shumpert.
Shumpert. Yeah, Shumpert was actually artiste. You know what? He wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
I heard it was like he had some lyrical flow. It wasn't like some corny shit like Dana Barrows. I remember him back in the day.
it's just but that's the thing too with rap. Of course, there's different styles of rap that you can do. Like obviously, there's a huge difference between Common and Ice Cube. You know what I mean? There's going to be a different, gangster rap versus conscious, if you will. But if you are in the NBA and you make a rap album, you cannot talk about shooting people.
Right.
You can't talk about selling drugs.
It's
you can't
very-
talk about basically all the cool stuff.
There's no
that.
lane.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you can do the balling lane.
Exactly. Yeah, you do the rich lane.
Right, and just I'm balling and then literally balling.
Yeah.
That's where you lay at. Basketball
balling and balling.
Right, basketball and balling, man. That's where you live. That's where you stay.
Yeah.
But how big is that market? How many relatable niggas are fucking with you besides the NBA or the D League or something, or niggas that's overseas making?
I know, right? You can maybe inspire some cats in the D League to like, yeah, that's where I want to get. That's what I want to do.
I
But
get that Paul George money. You know what I mean?
right. But they got enough money to fuck off anyway. I know
Right.
Kevin Durant does something with music, whether it's make beats or
Is
I
he
know
involved?
that he has a studio.
He has,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
he has like a label or something.
Yep.
Some young
I
cats.
can picture him just whisper rapping, like I don't want anyone else to hear it because he's all
want anybody to know.
soft spoken.
You know
Mac.
who's a rapper right now
I
too
do
in the
things.
NBA? What the fuck? Somebody in the NBA. Oh, the ball boy.
Oh God.
Yeah, LeVar.
Because his dad was like, you
Zoe,
got to do it all.
Yeah,
you got to do it all.
Yeah, you got to do it all. So Renzo, is that the one that's on? Which one's on the fuck? Zoe, right? That's the one on the Lakers right now.
I believe so.
I just call him the ball boy. The ball boy. He's got He's got like a video and shit, and it was funny. The funniest shit was they had like some behind the scenes shit. They were on the plane, and they were like, and they were doing their own like Snapchat or whatever the fuck they were doing, and one of the players from the Lakers like, yo, tell him to turn this shit. Yo, he is so whack. This nigga is so whack. Getting him, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, oh, y'all hating. It's like, no, you are definitely your daddy, son. You are so whack. And every time somebody tell you that shit, you ain't gonna believe it. I'm dope, nigga, whatever. I'm like my daddy. We dope.
No, it's funny. There's certain people in certain mind states, and this mind state does cause a lot of people to succeed, but there's certain people who have that mind state of like, anything negative that is said to me is not a true opinion, and
Right.
it is just somebody hating on me.
Right.
When that could be your boy, it's your teammate. Of course, yeah, he could be fucking with you, but also he's probably just like, your shit is trash. And I'm telling you, your shit is trash.
Right. But that's when those words from mom come in. When you're younger, mom, the kids, they're just hating, honey.
They just jealous,
They just
baby.
jealous of
They
that.
just jealous, baby.
So that's where that all resonated. Mama was right. Y'all hating. Mama should have told your ass to not, baby. It's just whack. It's okay.
Because, man, I'm telling you, this era with the whole participation trophies and with everything like that, nobody can understand. And, like, it's almost like people's minds can't take, like, whoa, you don't like every single fucking thing that I do?
Right.
This doesn't compute right. This doesn't go right.
You got to be able to take those L's, man. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like when you was out there hanging back in the day, and there was that motherfucker that was doing backflips because he was more acrobatic. You took that L, nigga. You couldn't do it. Don't go be like, guys, well, just help me. Help me do it. I could do it if I want to. Nigga,
Right.
you can't do it, and that's it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's okay, is where you have to understand.
Yeah.
You cannot do it, and it's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's what makes it different, like in the rap game now. So, everybody can do it.
That's the thing, man. It's so much more relatable because nobody's doing anything that you can't do. And perhaps the small percentage of people that are doing something that you can't do, that's some corny shit.
Yeah, that's kind of
Why he gonna be rapping too fast for me to listen? It's that.
Yeah.
Everyone just wants the whole
Simplicity.
very simple.
Yeah.
Listen, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just it's just different from when I grew up in
Right.
1942.
1940 something when they was dropping dumb.
Right.
But you know, to swing it back to LeBron, man, I don't think he has an album.
I hope not. I fucking hope not.
But now, I guess now the biggest talk with all about him is where is he going? Now,
Where's LeBron go?
This is gonna light up my whole fucking summer of watching my Sports Center, or you know, I want to turn on a little bit of sports. Yeah, turn on a little sports. Let me see what's on the sports. I know the very first thing is LeBron took a trip to Utah. Is he going to the Jazz?
Right.
No, the nigga likes the ice cream in Utah. What the fuck? He went to
Do
go.
you understand the amount of money that he has?
Right.
Or they're going to be like, yo, he just bought a house in L.A. Because he's rich.
He's bought a house in L.A. Could it be Lakers, the ball?
Maybe he doesn't want to fucking go to even though he can go to a 7-star hotel when he goes to Los Angeles. Maybe he doesn't want to go there. Maybe he wants a fucking house of his own. You know what I mean? He's got the money.
Yeah, like cut it out.
Didn't he have like $100 million before he even played his first game or some shit?
Yeah.
Because I swear he had like a sneaker deal and that Sprite deal.
There was a big shit about him with the, if you remember, the receiving a Hummer, I think, as a gift or some shit prior to going to NBA.
A vehicle?
Yeah. The vehicle, guys. His fucking wife like, what you mean you got a Hummer?
Exactly.
It wasn't from me. Yes, it was, baby. But nah, there was a bunch of shit where he received that gift before going into the NBA. You know.
Yeah.
And that shit happens. Motherfuckers like, you about to go pro, cuz take this gift. Remember me. He's going to pay you back in trifle. You know what I mean?
Right.
He going to pay you back and then some, nigga. So why the fuck wouldn't you go throw 50 grand down, to go buy this man a Hummer?
And two, man, I don't even understand why that shit is bad because you know what? Especially nowadays, once you get to the NBA, it's pylon teams anyway. Like nothing's fair when you get to the NBA, so just make nothing fair in college anyway.
And
because
how much,
especially for all the college sports, and I'm not talking about like listen, I'm not saying that nobody should make any money. I'm not saying like if you play rugby, but you know what? If you're at Michigan and you're playing basketball for that program, they have enough money to fucking pay you.
That's
like, they
100%.
just do. Like there's a big difference between like we don't got it or we're not going to give it to you. And I'm not saying that every single player should be 100,000, but you know what? Yeah, you're paying tuition, but you know what? That's fucking nothing. That shit doesn't matter because also those players aren't there to get an education.
Right.
That might be a byproduct of what they get, but they're not there to get a fucking education.
So stop pitching it. You did not bring him to that school to get his education. You brought his ass to strap up and play fucking ball and help your team. And you know that's the thing too. Like
and make them stupid amount of money in the meantime.
That's what I was saying. You know, it's like they're making you a shitload of money.
Yeah.
Maybe you should break it down like that. Well, how much revenue is that sport bringing to the school?
Yep.
Then pay them. You know, I'm sorry, rugby, but if you're not bringing no income, the motherfuckers ain't watching rugby. You know what I mean? Nobody's watching fucking,
field hockey.
Right. So softball's not getting that much love unless you make the championship on ESPN. But it's not happening. So why should you get paid? But when they're fucking milking these more basketball and football, those are like the two in college today. Come on. The jerseys are selling in the stores. Hey, why do you think they're getting that number 11?
Yep.
There's no name on it, but you know why the fuck they're buying it.
Yeah.
Because the kid's an all-star.
The coach can make dumb amount of money.
Right.
Like that's a rough situation to be in. And that's why college is shit now. There's obviously still players that play, but that's why college won't ever be back to what it was because people are going, man, like, okay, I can make this money over here to literally last me the rest of my fucking life.
Right.
Versus play 3 more years and maybe get injured. Literally, maybe go up for a shot. Somebody puts their fucking foot underneath you. You land sideways on their foot, break your fucking ankle, Grant Hill yourself, and you're just done forever. And you made no money.
Right, nothing. And I mean, they could at least give them some goddamn some food coupons. Like,
for real.
Kids are like breaking into coolers at night, man, and they can't get away because they're 6'9", trying to break into a goddamn campus refrigerator. Like, we see you, trying to duck his shit. But now they should give love, man. You know?
No, I definitely think that college athletes should be paid. And like I said, I'm not saying to get rich in college, but I'm saying they could definitely throw them something. You know, they could definitely throw them something.
Especially they're making a shitload of money off these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, they don't get paid off the video games. They don't get paid off shit.
True story.
True story. But I will. I commend Charles Barkley for he said it. He said The next person, and from this point forward, that asked me if LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, I'm slapping in the face every single time. Yeah. He said, I am slapping every single time, and I will let the judicial system work it out. Because
you run into the LeBron fans. Like, I ran into one. He's like, yo, but he's great. I said, yeah. But he's like, but yo, better Mike. And then I said, but listen, you want to compare him to the greats, but when you get into those great realms, all those greats really didn't lose that many times in the finals. You know what I mean? Mike's never took an L in the big game. You know what I mean? Kobe never took an L in the big game.
Yep.
Or he did once against, I think, the Celtics. You know what I mean? But
that was still a storied rivalry. Right. That was a big fucking thing. That wasn't like, time after time after time.
Right.
Because, it just happened to fucking Brady.
Right.
Because the same shit that happened in the
like LeBron people forgot he took a loss to the fucking Mavericks. Like, that did happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the Mavs were such an underdog in that series. It's like, them niggas came in and just
Dirk?
Beat
Was that you?
Dirk came and beat the break. But shout out to the Warriors, because I feel like there's so much LeBron talk that they're not even getting the fucking congratulations.
No. There was talk of I read a whole article about like if LeBron wins MVP. And I'm like, no, and there wasn't even and he could have, but listen, it's happened once before, and guess who won it? Jerry West, okay, in like 1946, whatever it was, but there's just always that narrative of like, LeBron, and once again, yes, he's an amazing player, but that whole fucking like
jockstrap swing.
Exactly, sniffing on a jack. But there was a whole article about like if LeBron will accept it if he wins it, and I'm like, they shouldn't even be in the conversation to win it, because your team just got swept. Right. I don't give a fuck how many points you score, because you know what? Now he's starting to look like Harden, where, yes, you're a very good basketball player. You can get a triple-double every game. You can score 50 points, but you know what? Your fucking team is losing.
Right. You need help.
That's what
you need. I said the biggest word that they're using now, the biggest term, super team. So LeBron has to make a new super team. So then they start trying to piece together. Like, that's what it's about right now. It's like, get the three big stars that are all-stars, mega stars, and put them together. And then you get people that argue like, well, that was like that back in the day. It's like, no, there was three guys that became all-stars on one team. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, Worthy and those guys, it's like they didn't get drafted from other teams. No, they became great being on that team. You know what I mean? And then they became all-stars. And then it turned into a super team.
And to me, too, he's not that far away from that, because, like, suddenly, because they lose, everyone pretends that Kevin Love is a bum all of a sudden. When
he gets hurt a lot. That's why they say that's the only thing. It's like he's injury prone. And
he's definitely injury prone.
But when he's out there, he busts ass. Yeah. You know what I mean? LeBron, you had enough to get to the finals. So you can't never take away from the fact it's like, well, who does he have? He had enough to make it to the finals. So don't pretend like his squad wasn't at least good enough.
And listen, whether it was his call or not, it was his call 100%. But when they dumped half the fucking team mid-season, like,
that's
you're telling me that you couldn't have used Dwayne Wade. Stop it.
Right.
You're telling me that you couldn't have used some of those other players that you just fucking...
He'd been clutching these finals. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
LeBron, you tired? Wade gonna get in there, at least give you 16, 18 off the bench if you had to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like, I don't understand. That decision was fucking bugging to me, where they're just like, oh, no, well...
That might have been...
Didn't they fucking lose Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah.
Like,
He busts ass, too.
Like, they gave up those players to make their team.
Right.
It necessarily wouldn't have been a pylon team, but they gave up the players that fucking would have helped immensely on the team. Like, they tossed them out halfway through the season.
And that's GM, CEO, Coach LeBron.
Yeah.
He calls these shots, man. I'm telling you.
That's got the PC, that player coach.
You know what I'm saying? He's got that much clout. Yeah, you know what's coming out, nigga. He got that much clout, nigga. And he runs his show. And they allow it because of who he is. You never heard that shit about their mics. And they had a strong influence, but they weren't so down the throat. See, they might come to Mike like on the King shit. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah.
I think,
But you know who was before that, though, that I remember hearing the rumors about was Kobe. Kobe would fucking...
He was another bit.
Because you remember at one point, it's me or Shaq. Yeah. It's me or Shaq. Yeah. That's it.
Big baby, so Shaq bounced.
Yeah.
And got a ring outside.
And got a ring, in Miami, right?
Wait, hello. Yep. It all comes together.
We had started talking about it, and it was the question was poised. Where do you think LeBron is going?
LeBron, It's going to come to New York because I'm a Knicks fan now. Wow. There's nothing there for him besides being a social media star.
I feel like he would do the same thing where he would like go to the championship and then it'd be like, but he has no one around him.
There's no one around. He's got Porzingis, but that's it.
Exactly.
You know? And I love Porzingis' name because I feel like it's a celebration every time. Right? Porzingis! You know, but I think the real talks of him, you know, if he's going to do that super team shit with 2 other stars, then it's like a Houston. You know what I mean? But then LeBron's been so East Coast. Does he want to go to the West and travel hard, play hard with those guys? Because the West is stacked. Mm-hmm. Does he want the best competition? That's where to go. Or is he going to come stay on the East and just demolish everybody? But I think the biggest talks is him in Philly.
Yeah.
You know, so that might be a move because Philly's really strong right now. And you add a him in there. They got young guys. LeBron will be running with young guys. And
from what I heard, Philly was fucking monstrous this year and then fell apart in the playoffs.
Right. They're all young, you know what I mean? Yep. So you get it, you know, they add a LeBron in there, and then he comes and he fucking shakes up the spot. Runs with the young boys, you know what I mean? Embiid is one of the guys' names from Philly. Embiid. Ben Simmons. You know, they got a squad. They got a squad.
I heard Ben Simmons is dope.
Yeah. You know, he's fresh out the gate. So he might go there, but, you know, I'm a Knicks fan, so I hope for the best.
What's the percentage you think of him staying?
He might fuck around and, you know, he might do daddy mode. You know, he might not want to uproot his family again, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He might just kick into family mode and be like, you know what? I'm going to end my career here in Cleveland and just
let's try it out.
Right, do another 4 or 5 years or something, and I'm going to stay here. He was surprised. I think that'd be a more surprise if he stayed. And he might do that.
I agree, too.
Because everybody's just already putting it he's going to leave. But LeBron fashion is, he going to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From history.
I think he's going to go as well.
History repeating itself. He's that kind of guy where it's like, well, it's been fun, guys. You can burn my jersey again because I'm leaving.
Right.
You know? I promised you a championship, and I brought one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that is the thing. Yeah, you can't fault him at that. The first championship at 40, 50, whatever fucking years.
Right.
So
and he promised it. He said, I'm going to come back. I'm going to bring y'all a championship.
Yep.
And he did it against Golden State. You know what I mean? And down 3-1 in the finals. So, you know, be happy, Cleveland. Shut the fuck up. You got the Browns to hate.
Exactly. Then on the other side, I think it's going to be interesting if they can keep the Warriors together. Because
some contractual situations going on.
I think Durant was up this year.
Is he?
And I remember the other contract signing that he did. There was the big news that he gave up $10 million to like stay on the team. And
how much you want to give up now?
Exactly.
Now that's the thing. It's like we're doing money over championships.
Yeah.
Then he gonna stick around. I mean, he's not gonna stick around. But if he's trying to be loyal, but the way he left OKC, I don't think loyalty's there.
No, I don't think loyalty's there.
You know what I mean? Because Westbrook was like, for real. Like we used to clown these niggas in the locker room. Now you going over there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like, yo, we was clowning these bitch ass niggas. We clowning them, and next thing I turn my back and turn around like, oh, you hanging with them now? Oh, that's some sucker shit.
Yep.
That's how I see it because they always did interviews together, Durant and Westbrook. They were like a tandem, you know what I mean? The 2 stars on the team.
Yeah.
So you know they had conversations of clowning the Warriors, and then that's where he goes.
Because, I think it all comes down to, like you said, man, money versus championships because Golden State has a real opportunity to make a run for one of the greatest teams ever. Like, dude, if they win next year, has that ever been done? Has there ever been a three-peat?
I think Mike and them did a three-peat, didn't they? I want to say the Bulls in the 90s did a three-peat. I mean, you had like the fucking the Celtics with this guy had 11 rings. I mean,
when Bill Russell was going.
Bill Russell was like 3-4 in a row. So I don't know. That's something to look up. But there's been. But as far as dynasty wise, Bill Russell, I think his were scattered. But a strong grip. I mean, these guys, the way they are, man, it's like they could be fucking. They could be another 3-4 championships in a row. I mean, the way they're stacked, if they keep that team together like that, and with your Curry, your Thompson, and Durant, bro, you play those guys for another 3-4 years. They got another 3-4 championships under their belt.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you're looking at what? 8 appearances. You know, if you look at 8 appearances and 7 rings, like, call it quits. Why the fuck would they want to play anymore? You know what I mean? And that's the shit right there because Golden State's been horrible for a long time, and now the city of Oakland is in Jubilee. And now they also cannot celebrate the fact that I do like the Oakland Raiders a little bit too. Them niggas is leaving, man. Going to Vegas. Fuck
Who's going to Vegas?
Oakland Raiders, man. So the city, the city of Oakland, I was just talking about because Golden State is out there in Oakland, and they're happy for them niggas. But now they're like, but your Raiders are leaving? You niggas is bums anyways. Go, get out of here.
All right, so check this out.
Stat time.
So the Warriors got some work to do.
You got some work?
In 1959, the Boston Celtics won the NBA championship after sweeping the Minneapolis Lakers for the first of their record 8 consecutive championships.
Shit.
So
good God.
You know?
But to think about it, if LeBron wins all 8, he's got that record. He was in 8 straight championships.
Yeah, if he won them all, he would have had that.
If he won them all, he would have had that record. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, as a sole person to have a record of a team. You know what I mean?
And even right now, the Warriors are at only 2 in a row. So they would, because I remember always hearing that stat is that they won the
they had 2
last
in a row,
3 out of 4.
3 out of 4.
That's what it was. They won the last
LeBron
3 out
snuck
of 4.
that one on them. Well, they should have been 3-peat because they were up 3 games to 1.
Snuck if you buck.
Yeah, 3 games to 1, and they fucked up because Illuminati sprinkled some dust in there.
Right? Like, just give it to him.
Just lose, nigga. Just
give it to him.
lose. This is ratings. This is LeBron. This is for Cleveland. This is for money.
But because I remember too, I think the last closest team that could have done it, that didn't do it but could have done it, was the Bulls if Mike didn't leave.
Right.
Because I remember watching a documentary on that, and they were talking about, man, if he didn't go to baseball, what could have been? You know,
Right.
Where that was another.
What it could have been, Mike could have been like, oh, because when he came back, it's like he didn't skip a beat.
No.
He came back with that 4-5, and I believe he got another ring when he came back, right?
Oh yeah, either 1 or 2. You know.
1 or 2, yeah. It's like
So that was one of the things. Yeah, I think that they could have done 5 or 6 in a row, which would have been interesting.
But Mike's father dying, I think, fucked them all up.
Yeah, I think
Illuminati.
that was the thing too, man. If you ever read into it, it's some real tinfoil hat talk. But man, about the prominent people in whether it be sports or Hollywood and shit like that, where they called the whole blood sacrifice, where they're talking about like, hey, let him go, and man, the world opens up to you. It's some weird shit like that.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit. That is some shit like, what is it going to cost you?
Yep.
Is your father's life worth it? You'll have it all, Mike. Hey, Dad, I love you.
But dude, it was just quick ones. Like I know one of Bill Cosby's kids, like Michael Jordan's dad, Kanye West's mom, and there's a whole list of them where you're like, I don't know whether to believe it or not, but it's an interesting thing to see. Where it's like, holy shit, this whole shit might be real. You know?
And you know what's crazy with all them is that none of them niggas really have a father.
No.
It's like, you want to be a successful rapper? Don't have a dad, nigga. Niggas with dads can't make it.
That's a t-shirt right there. If you're
Niggas with dads can't make it. Oh, man. Like, but they can. Not in the rap game.
Right.
In life, yeah, you got your odds of having a dad is better for you. You get more morals and shit. But in the rap
Not
game,
in the
nigga,
rap game.
yeah.
Like, yeah, exactly. Remember that in like, there's been battles where the offensive words against you are that like your parents are still together. Like, huh? Wait, what?
This nigga got both his parents. Look at this nigga thinking. Look at this bitch ass nigga with both parents. Like, what? How does that work?
Because, dude, that's what they love in battle rap is the struggle raps. It's fucking struggle rappers love to tell you what they've been through.
Right.
Man.
And it's only they're doing it for the crowd. Because there's niggas in the crowd like, yeah. I just ate a ketchup sandwich before I came here, my nigga. Like, no, if you pay $40, $50 to be there at that venue, you doing okay.
Yeah, you're all right. If you got
the
the
real
type of
nigga hurting is
income.
not gonna be there.
Exactly. And then the girls in the crowd, oh my God, he struggled. Oh.
I want to kiss his pecker. I swear to God, that nigga struggled.
I want to make him feel better. Yeah, all those fucking, what you know about sleeping 12 in the bed? Okay.
Head, feet,
Yeah.
nigga. That's how we slept, nigga. Picking roaches out the cereal box.
I was gonna say, well, that Ghostface song featuring MJ with Mary J.
Yeah.
That was one of them all time, fucking the hardest thugs ever. Just like, yo, that's how I grew up.
That's how I grew up.
That's how I grew up.
Yeah, you my nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
He called the girl his nigga too. Shout out to Method Man. You my nigga. Whoa. Anybody else know what he's talking about? All right, cool. But that's
yeah. But coming up in battle rap, I guess, is that Murder Mook versus A-Verb. And then we found out that we got a correction to make in the podcast. Correct that. It's not on Smack. It's on
RBE, Rare Breed Entertainment.
Rare Breed. I guess they got some dough to throw around.
Yeah, I know. So their pocket must be looking nice because
right.
they probably, I take it that they're paying him some stupid amount more money than Smack would. Because what the fuck else would make him come out of his like retirement or whatever?
Or just matching the offer because maybe Smack doesn't want to pay it right now. Maybe they're matching that. Because I remember, I think last time it was either like 50 or 75,000 that Murder Mook's like, yo, I'm not moving unless it's that. And I don't know if he had one since, but he demolished Lux when they battled, man. Like that was ugly.
That was a big primetime one too. Yeah, Lux was like, and I've seen some good work from Lux, but I was like, ooh, Lux.
I honestly think like what they're talking about Lux is I see drugs all over his face. I'll be honest with you, man.
Yeah, it looks a little pimply and shit.
Drugs all over his face.
Drug pimples going on and that shit. Like,
and from like just how laser focused he used to be to where he is now, we're just like, ooh,
dearly beloved.
Yeah. We are gathered here.
We are gathered here for this nigga's funeral. You know, but I mean, somebody that said, Cat try to invite me to go out to that. I'm going out with some people. You should come roll. And it's like, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to drop no. Like you said with Mook, it's probably the venue's probably gonna be like $80 ticket or something. Like I ain't dropping that, man. I wait for that shit to drop on YouTube, and I'll eat some popcorn on my own comfort time, and watch the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he was going back and forth with me because he was more thinking Verb's going to murder him, and I'm just like, I don't know. Verb didn't impress. He didn't impress me that time. At times, I get it. Verb has a good body of work.
Yeah.
Because he put a lot. He battled a lot of motherfuckers. He's battle tested. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like, in my opinion, because battle rap at the end of the day is all your opinion.
Yep.
When niggas say, "Yo, what you call took an L, so and so took a loss," that's always in you. There's never really a judge. You know what I mean?
Which is smart because when they were judging battles, it was garbage.
Right? Because you got guys that secretly have favorites.
Well, dude, they would have battlers judge the fucking battles. And I was like, what are you doing?
Click and shit. Like, don't worry, I got you on this dub. Don't worry, I got you.
And because, like you said, with its opinion, so you can't, like, if there's somebody that likes comedy bars, if there's someone that likes street, because there's people in the crowd that, like, when anybody talks about, and I pull out a gun bigger than you, and I cock back, and then people are like, oh my God, he's talking about guns.
And there's people's opinions like, that's real battle rap. That's you. When niggas got a guy that's witty and he's breaking down, like, when somebody, those guys that intertwine it, and like, Tay-Rock is the king of gun bars, but I like how he presents his shit. You know what I mean? It's not like everybody else's. You know what I mean? He's got difference. He hits hard. And like how Av is. Av is like, he chews through it. Like his speed and punctuality. And it's like he rarely fucks up. You know what I mean? For him to be going as fast as he's going, and it's like, yo, this motherfucker's just getting him right now.
B Magic was like that too. I haven't seen B Magic in a while, but what I liked about B Magic is he wouldn't restart from 30 seconds ago if he got a good crowd. Like, and that's the shit that I hate.
Yeah, when the crowd fucks him up. And then
but even rappers will do that on purpose. Like Charlie Clips does it a lot, where like he'll say a punchline and then he'll just stop rapping and then the crowd will react to it. And that shit is annoying to me because you're like, yo, if you were rapping, the crowd wouldn't have done that. But it's smart on his part. It's crowd control and shit like that.
He's got him in his pocket when he do that shit.
But then they get the big pop. Then he starts from fucking 12 bars before. And it's like, all right, come on,
I said, no, we know what you said because you said that already.
Exactly. And leave your fucking nose alone.
Charlie's big on that one. He pinches right towards the top. Yeah, yo.
And it's not just him. Battle rappers in general just cannot leave their fucking nose alone. Like
Goods is big at that.
What's his name? The dude that math punched. Who's the dude that Math Hoffa punched? He's real fucking tall. The real tall dude.
Oh, the one that they did though.
Woo! Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh.
Serious Jones.
There you go.
Oh my God! If you ever watch a Serious Jones battle, like you will be screaming at your YouTube screen, "Leave your fucking nose alone." Serious Jones cannot start or finish a battle without honking it.
Yeah, niggas is ducking. Well, I seen one where. Was an unbeknownst snuck jab, Goods versus Jims.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That was a hella hard jab, and he was like, "Well, I ain't say that." He said, "That's a lie." You lying on my kid? And that Goods, he drinks all. That's his thing. He comes up with a glass of Hennessy and shit, and he sits up there. So, but that liquor really got to him though.
Yeah, because after they apologized and shit, and he was saying like. He thought that he said something else that he didn't, and he got it wrong and all that. So,
well, see, that's the big thing too, because and that's the thing when you look at it, like people are like, oh, they suckers. Look, they ain't gonna fight. They gonna fight. You got to remember though, in contract wise, they swing, they don't get paid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's a sucker move, but it's kind of like if I duff them, I'm not getting my purse. You know what I mean? So you got to make your decision. For niggas that just go do it, like you're.
That's what they got to do, man. Is add a 4th round, which is just in a boxing ring. You know what I mean? That's what they got to do.
All right, now you guys verbally went at it. Now physical, go.
Yep.
And
go for the do the battles that people really, really hate each other in real life.
Some real,
and have that 4th round be in the boxing ring and see what happens.
Every personal you ever put out there in those bars previous, it was coming out in his anger.
Right.
But yeah, it should be not entertaining, but I'll check it out.
Not entertaining, but interesting.
Yeah.
Who is it? What's his name? Sue Surf got out of jail.
Oh.
He's battling somebody else soon. I forget who.
He had a lot of time to write. I'm assuming he had a shitload of bars. I would hope.
Yeah.
You know that Mofungos and Fifis. So I think because you already know his first battle is gonna be about. What would be great if he did these battles and mentioned nothing about being in jail,
right?
But you know amazing. It's not gonna be that. But you know it would be great. It's like, yo, he did not mention once about being incarcerated, nigga. And you would think that's what he's gonna talk about. You know what I mean? Which the life struggle bars. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's got a perfect end right now.
Oh yeah, the struggle bars.
What you know about 3 hots in a cot? You know,
I've been there.
Shaking niggas and niggas in jail. Like, no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. The nigga was pressing my shirts, cuz.
Right.
Nigga wasn't no thug in here.
Because, and even if he doesn't mention, like, whoever he battles is gonna mention it, because there has been that whole thing surrounding of him is he seems to get out of jail pretty early and pretty quickly, so there's hey, maybe he has the best lawyer in the world. I don't know. But there's also like
goddamn rat.
I remember when he got caught with a gun in Detroit, and I think then Arsenal either battled him or one of his boys, but was breaking down the whole like if you even get caught with it, it's minimum 2 years.
Right.
The dude was out in like 3 months. It was a real bad look for his gangster report card.
Yeah, free him. Everybody's free. Free Meek. Meek is free. I don't even know what Meek went to jail. Did he violate? What was his whole thing?
Probation, whatever it was. Yeah.
So why was everybody screaming? Well, they felt he was it unjustified? Why everybody's screaming free Meek? Everybody does it anyways. I'm sorry, Watermelon. Shame on me. We know we scream free somebody even when that nigga did something wrong. Mm-hmm. We do this shit.
Yep.
Let's stop. Yo, free my nigga Ty. What he do? He shot 3 niggas, but yo, free that nigga.
A lot of people will blame the cops for arresting someone for doing something wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yo, fuck the police. My nigga just trying to feed his family. So when he shot that nigga in the face, he deserved it. You just can't do shit like that, my guys. Come on, man. You can't just walk the street like a Wild West man.
Dude, that was like that story of like, and it's a certain mentality, and it has no color. There's fucking stupid people that are white. There's stupid people that are black. But I remember that story in Florida where this kid broke into somebody's house, got shot, and killed. And his sister came out, and because the news, they'll always find the stupidest motherfucker to interview. His sister came out and was like, well, school was going to start, so like, how do y'all expect him to get money to get new clothes? It's like, not by breaking into someone's house and trying to steal stuff. And then you guys...
I'll give the lob. It's like, all right, get that man a pack. Let him go hustle some drugs. I don't know. I give you that lob, and that's not even right. Other than like, well, how you expect him to break into people's house? What you think? What you think is gonna happen when you break in a motherfucking house in the middle of the night?
Pop you like it's
you
because
can't.
That was the thing is, and then when somebody gets killed or shit like that, then it's but they didn't have to do that. It was like, let somebody break into your house, and then I'll come over and criticize you of what you should have done. What, put him in a headlock or push him out the door and be like, now don't come back here, you see? Like, no, that's not the jam.
You don't know what the fuck
And listen, I'm not even holding this sideways. I'm holding this shit upside down on you. And I'm like,
now, what if he did have a gun and he shot him? But I know my brother. He would have never killed nobody, but he had a gun on him. He took 3 shots. He wouldn't have killed him, though. He missed on purpose. You don't understand. That's not my brother. Like, cut that shit out sometime.
Exactly.
My watermelon people say, I got to talk to you. Because I just talked to, a couple of my watermelon folk the other day, because that's what we do. We talk amongst each other about the man. It's real. We have these discussions.
Speak on it.
And I was talking to young sister. It was like, and I said, you got to admit, there is times where we have to stop covering up for your little man or your cousin or your whatever that's doing wrong out there. We have this whole a protective thing that even when they're doing wrong, it's like, leave my baby alone, not my baby. Listen, if your baby out there slinging drugs and hurting people, you can't cover that up and say, leave him alone.
Yep.
He ain't do nothing wrong. They picking on him because he's black. You got to stop that shit, man. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, get in his ass. No, you right. You fucking up. You shouldn't be out here doing stupid shit like that. Even though you're my baby, you got to be able to say, baby, you wrong. You know what I mean? And we had that talk, man. It's kind of like, yo, not all motherfuckers is bad. T-shirt.
Right? Not all motherfuckers is bad. Plus, there's a big difference between like trying to hustle for a little while and feed your family and something like that, and maybe catching a bad break and shit like that, and just my lifestyle is going to be I sell drugs from this point on. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference of like perhaps trying to hustle for a little bit and get some money up and go and do something with it versus like,
but get out the game.
Hey, for the rest of my life, I'm just going to sell drugs, and if you catch me, that's your fault. And like, no.
How dare this nigga stop me from selling drugs out here?
Exactly.
They're kind of supposed to.
Right.
You know, shit. If a motherfucker's swindling money on the books for a big corporate, 5 fortune cover, he gets caught, dipping money and shit.
Yeah.
He deserves to get back because, there's a law set up, and I didn't make the shit. It's just what we were born into, man. You know what I mean? It's like, you want to do this whole fucking...
Yo, we was born into it.
Right. I don't think people understand. It's like, I don't think a motherfucker that really wants that lifestyle, yo, leave me alone, let me do what I do, really wants... Let me put it in the new young boys, they don't really want that smoke. You don't want that smoke. You know what I mean? Because... when the shit turns to the Wild Wild West out here, niggas is dropping. You're gonna want some sort of backup at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be at some point where you're like, damn, nigga, I'll go to cops. We don't want them niggas out here. Right? Certain things you gonna be like, damn, we kind of need them niggas for this shit.
Yeah.
Because certain motherfuckers don't want to deal with it. I ain't dealing with that shit. Call a cop. But now there's no cop because you don't want them in your neighborhood, and it's like, well, who gonna take care of that shit? Niggas ain't ready to police their community, man.
No.
So don't pretend you are if you ain't about that life, nigga. That's all I'm saying. If you're about it, then get out there and do something.
And that's the thing. If you know that you're doing something wrong, how mad can you really be when you get caught doing something wrong? It's, of course, you're not going to be happy like fucking, well, I was doing something wrong. But, I mean, you got to have that, you know, come Jesus moment with yourself, that
and when the
moment of clarity.
Right. And when the man is doing something wrong in the White House or anywhere else, those big fucking fortune, the man, you know what I'm talking about, what about the man. Yeah, he got to take that on the chin, too. It just sucks that we're just born into a country where money gets you out of shit.
Yeah. Because that's the thing for me. For me, it's never been a divide of race, even though a lot of people try to make it like that. And a lot of people succeed in making it like that. And that fucks up the lower end. Because for me, it's always been rich versus poor. Right. And I've never been on the rich side. You know what I mean? And like you see the way, even as a white person, and they scream about the white privilege and shit.
Right.
I've been looked at by higher class white people as a piece of shit before. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that compares to the black experience, but for me, it's a lot. It makes more sense for me that there's a separation of class. There's a separation of rich versus poor rather than black versus white. But those rich people try to trickle down that black versus white thing, which works a lot of the time and fucks people up.
Right. And you go way back to those days of like, it was slavery, and it's like it was the whites who bought the blacks. But at the end of the day, like you said, it was the rich who bought people. Like, poor people didn't own slaves.
Dude, there wasn't nobody homeless on the street like, well, I got mine too. Like, that's not how it happened. You know what I mean?
Rich, established motherfuckers that, like, these big companies, like, if slavery was around now, which I know people are going to get. People are yelling at the fucking... Yeah, it is, nigga. It's systematic slavery. I get it, nigga. But what I'm saying is, if slavery was as it was back then, now, the people that would own slaves would be your Google people that are... people that own these big Googles, your big Pepsi companies, these big fucking brands. People that are these big corporate companies, they would be the ones owning slaves.
Yeah.
And there's somebody I know screaming like, there are corporate people owning slaves. Your minimum wage is you as a slave.
Every day, man. Yeah, but think about it. You get to go home. You know what I mean? You get to quit if you want to.
You could say, fuck your boss and quit. And without any kind of like being strapped up and whipped, nigga, or possibly killed. Right? You niggas can't just do that shit anymore. Let's keep it real. You know what I mean?
True. Now moving on to a little bit of a lighter subject.
But
so I mean, we can even transfer it like this. Say the rich people, if they were alive, they would have had slaves. Trump probably would have had a basketball team. Okay, so now
b-ball.
Did you hear about, because the only thing is that Trump either used to be involved in this or is still involved in this. Have you heard about the Miss America pageant? This is how...
Did he finger pop one of them? I don't know.
No, man. It's our... So now we can forget Trump now because it was just a bad segue, but how vaginal our country has become, and that is
Vagina.
pussified. The Miss America contest that, nobody fucking watches anymore. It doesn't matter.
When does it air?
Exactly. It's one of those things that you might flip by and be like, oh, that's on. Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
We'll no longer be having the swimsuit competition because, we're not trying to objectify. What the fuck do you think this contest has been from jump?
Right.
It's been objectifying women. Literally, we're saying which woman is the best.
Right. Who's the prettiest? Because you sure as hell don't got no ugly girls up there.
Exactly.
Let's keep it real. Why don't you put some average women up there and let them talk it out?
Right.
Of being Miss America. Why don't we have a Miss America, what a real American woman is, not this motherfucking superficial bullshit.
Exactly.
Your picture's superficial, but say we don't want to be that way. We don't want to appear that way.
Get Jenny from the Walmart. That's the night manager because she's one of the real
That's
people
America,
in America
right there. Like this bitch is busting ass and feed 3 kids, nigga. America.
America.
You know what I mean? Single mom working overnights, busting ass, feeding 3 kids, but you want this bitch up. It's like, I want to save the turtles.
Right. Yeah, and like just dumb women that don't even. Who was the? I'll never remember her name, but remember the girl a while ago when she's like, and thus and such as, and I've, and she just got into a fucking like whirlwind and a loop of like, I'm not smart, but fuck, I know I'm supposed to say smart words.
Smart words wins.
And therefore, and
thus being told, thus be unks me. What? What are you saying?
Benunce to. But dude, our country's just going so far into the. We're going so far into the
high sensitive alert.
into I don't want to offend anybody to where like I feel now we're offending so many people because no, it's not a fucking sword to die on for me, but I'm still just like, how fucking stupid are we, man?
Right.
Like no, now we can't see women in bikinis when like listen, literally you have like 90% of the porn that was ever made in your fucking hand on your phone. Like this shit like just literally Google anything having to deal with women and you're gonna find some porn.
Find it. And women are shaking their ass in videos. But so women, if you want to be mad at somebody, you gotta be mad at the women that are willing to do it. I don't know,
right?
Because
then this is the thing too. Is like I'm sure that this year, like, there's probably some super hot, really dumb girl that was just like, I can't show my body now.
Right.
Like
I've been working out like crazy. I've been not even working. I've probably been starving myself,
right,
to make sure my bikini body is right. And it turns into that whole shit show. But it is that whole thing with the whole, if you're mad at somebody, because I got into this conversation with somebody before where she was talking about catcalling, she's like, I hate fucking guys who catcall. It's so nasty, so disrespectful. And I'm like, yeah, no, I was like, no, I get it. I
agree, yeah.
If I was a fucking woman, I'd probably hate it too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, women don't catcall me. I mean, I wish they did.
Exactly.
But I mean, it'd be hilarious.
Hey, yo, Dread. You've been catcalled before.
That wasn't even a catcall. That was more like a oh, that wasn't even a fucking meow, nigga. I don't know what that was. But my whole point was when I was telling her was like, yo, listen, yes, you know why a lot of motherfuckers still do it? Is because there are women who respond to it. You know what I mean? Like, if be mad at somebody, be mad at the bitch who's responding to it.
Right.
Because she's fucking it up for you. You know what I mean? Because if nobody ever responded to it, it wouldn't happen that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, those women with low self-esteem will fucking like,
oh, what's up? You talking to me? Are you so stupid? I love how you yelled at me from 50 yards away.
Exactly.
That was so cute.
That's the first, like, oh, you so stupid. Boom, you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me, I've personally never done, like, I couldn't imagine. I just have too much anxiety about that. Like, in my head, I could not imagine just yelling at a girl, like, yo, I'm feeling your kneecap, boo. Like, what?
If I ever done it in the past, I did it as a joke.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It wasn't like a real hit holler move. Like, yo, what up? What up, though?
Yep.
Same, baby. How you doing? Damn, man, it's my watermelon, man. We do this. This is our thing. I guess there's white guys out there. Hello, beautiful, gorgeous.
Exactly. What's up, gorgeous?
What's up, gorgeous? Gorge.
What's up, gorge?
What's up, gorge?
Because Rachel Ray ruined the English language by fucking putting everything into.
Delish.
No. We're just gonna say half the word. Just half the word. We're not gonna say the full word.
Well, she's on point because everything is like, oh my god, LOL. Right. So it's all fucking. We're not even gonna have English anymore. At one point, it's gonna be all letters.
We're gonna speak in emoji.
Speak in emoji.
Oh my god, smiley winky face. I will fight you to the death. I will rent a helicopter, fly it over a volcano, and fight you to the death.
It's like, bitch, I'm about to get my income tax. You know what that means? $sign eyes. Like, what?
And in 1 month, frown face.
Frown face.
Because you're going to lose it all.
Yo, it's funny is I guarantee people talk like that already. There's a group of people who are trying to get that trendy.
Dude, I bet you teenagers talk like that, man. I bet you teenagers talk like that.
You know what? Some of the teenagers I've been around.
If they even speak to each other.
Right.
Because,
no, it's definitely, they speak on the headset playing video games. But some of the teens I've been around, it's a weird one. You get ones that are the trendy teens, and you get the ones that are anti-trendy. Kind of like old school shit. Like, nah, I like the nostalgic of it all. Like the ones that sit there and agree with like, no, we're fucked up. Like my generation's fucked up. I kind of like what you guys are about.
Yeah.
There was an interesting song. I forgot the guy's name, but it's an interesting song called "Old Niggas," and he's a young dude, a rapper. But he was very kind of lyrical, and he's talking about. He was kind of taking a jab at old school niggas that hate on young niggas, he's like, how, well, as a young nigga, maybe your old ass, he's talking to certain type of old niggas, maybe you should be teaching me something instead of talking about teaching me something. You know what I mean? Like, show me how to make money, tell me, instead of telling me go out there and make it. You ain't even doing it, broke ass. Right. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain type of niggas he's talking about, and I was like, this is an interesting song. Look it up. It's called Old Niggas. I forget his name. He's a young nigga though.
Do you Googles?
No, but it was a pretty cool song, man. I was like, oh, okay.
Nice. I have to check it out.
Old niggas. All
so
right.
yeah, man. So you guys got some homework for next week.
Homie.
Check out the song "Old
Niggas."
All right. And hey, man, tell us how you feel about it on this hotline, 203-594-6977. We appreciate you joining us for episode 23. That's that Jordan number. And hey, until next time, man, this has been your co-host, not your co-host, his co-host, Lil Mattress at LILMATTRESS on all social media, lilmattress.com. Look me up on Spotify, Lil Mattress, and check out their new album, Pumpernickel. Also got a couple more albums up there. Man, hit like, share, and subscribe on everything. If you listen on iTunes, please give us a review. Hit us with that 5 stars. Let us know, man. Get us on better placement up there. Get us, to get us more ears on the product, dog. More ears on the product.
In the streets.
So,
we say
streets, Stitcher,
worldwide.
Apple, all that stuff, man. We out there. Give us a listen. Give us a share. Give us a chance.
Yeah, I'm the nigga with the chef hat. Young pastry. YUNG pastry. All over the world. Chef extraordinaire, nigga. Flip that spatula. Flip your life around.
Flip it.
Before you burn. Flip it. See that? Spatula. Flip before you burn, nigga.
That's a t-shirt.
T-shirt. Peace.